Hello and welcome to another video. So in this video we're going to go slightly off the Python track and go towards the HTML, CSS and JavaScript track. I figured we could make a to-do app using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So I figured we could also style it a little bit like Discord to make it look a little bit more pleasing maybe, and also it's already a style sheet that's kind of there, so like the colours and everything, so I don't really have to think about the colours. So what I've done first of all is I've created a folder called JS app, and then I've created three text files. One is called index.html, one is called style.css, and one is called app.js. So we're going to start with the HTML first. So we're going to create a new HTML file, and we're just basically going to add the structure, the basic structure. So the first thing I need to do is tell it that we're going to use .type.html. Then I'm going to open up my HTML tags, and then I'm going to put a title, and I'm going to call it to do app, like that. And then I'm going to have a link which is going to hold my CSS, style sheet, like that, and then the href is going to be equal to there you go. And then we're going to just close that, and then we're going to close the head. I don't think I opened the head. Like that. Then we'll close that down here. And then I'm just going to format it. There we go, makes it look a little bit better. And then we've got the body. Now inside the body we are going to have a div class, and we're going to have that called container. And I always do this like that. And then I'm going to have a h1 to do app, and then I'm going to have a form because I want to actually be able to add an item to my to-do app. So we're going to have a form. So I'm going to do, still inside that div, we're going to do a form, and we're going to have an input like that, and we're going to have the type as equal to text, and then we're going to have a placeholder that says, let's do add item, like that. And then we're going to have a button, so we'll close it off there, and that button is going to be a type of submit, and the text is going to be add, like that. And then we'll close off the form, and now we want to actually start the section where the to-do list that we add are going to appear. So we're going to have a UL, we're going to have a class, and we're going to call that class a to-do list. I've done it again. Let's put that over there like that. Close that off. And then in here, this, I'm doing it wrong. Is it that and then that? Yeah. This is where our to-do items will appear. So we've closed off our UL, we've closed off our div. Before we close off the body, we need a script. So this is where we link up our JavaScript. So we link script like that, and the src is going to be equal to app.js, like that. And then we're going to close it off, close off the body, close off the HTML, and now I'm just going to format the HTML. Perfect. So that is the HTML section. So we've got a basic structure for a app. We've got a container with a title, so that's our container. We have a title inside that container, and we've also got a form that will allow us to add our items. And then we've got an unordered list with its own class so that the items will appear. And then we've linked our CSS file and our JavaScript file. So the next thing we need to do is we need to actually style the page. So I'm going to save this, and let's just have a really quick look at what that looks like. I'm just opening it up. There we go. So it looks like that for now, which I'll take. I don't mind that. So now we are going to do some CSS. So I'm going to move to CSS. I am going to go to Google Fonts, and I am going to find Google Fonts. I think I want, there we go. I think I always go for this one. Yeah, why not? And I think, I don't know which one I'm going to go for. Probably go for that one. Maybe that one, just go for the standard. And I'm just going to copy the @import. So So I'm going to copy that. Okay. That's it. And I'm going to paste it right at the top like that. Okay. So then I'm going to have a all, because I want the all, and I want to change the whole of the sheet to have a margin of 0, a padding of 0. Just looking at my my font should be slightly different. Oh, wrong. There we go. There we are. I want a box sizing. And I want it to be a border box. And then I want a font family. And I'm going to have it as Roberto first, which is the import that I did. And I'm looking at the top, Roboto. And then I'm also going to have an extra one just in case that's not installed. And we're going to have sans serif. And then let's save it. And let's run it. And just, there we go. So the text has changed. Perfect. So now I'm going to go for the body tag. And I'm going to change the background colour. Now, I've already picked out these background colours. So I'm just going to copy them. I've done the hexes. So you can feel free just to steal them if you want. And then the text colour, I've already got this one as well. There you go. Okay, so now save it. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so let's check it. There we go. So our background colour changes and our font changes. So now let's go for that container. So that container is that div there. So let's start styling that. So dot container. The width is going to be, let's do a max width. And let's set that to 3. No, let's do 500 px. Then let's do margin 0. And we're going to also do auto. That. And then we'll do 30 px padding. Like that. And then, do I want to change the background colour of just that container? Yeah, let's do it. So, background colour, let's do hashtag 2F31. See what colour that is. Yeah, I'll take that. And then border radius, to make it look a little bit more rounded, we'll do 10 pixels. We don't want it fully rounded. And then box shadow, this is the fun stuff. let's do 0px, 5px, 10px, and then let's set an RGB of 0, 0, 0, 0.2. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, so we can see we've got that little box shadow going on. Okay, let's have a look at the H1 then. Let's set the font size to, let's do 36. Let's do the margin bottom. And let's set that to 20px. And then let's center it. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's better. And then that form kind of looks a little bit funny. So let's attack the form. Let's display flex. And then let's do a margin bottom. Let's do margin bottom. And let's do it 20px. And then let's see what that looks like. Oops, wrong one. There we go. And then let's have a look at the form inputs, the bit where we actually type the stuff in. And let's look at the, let's do flex 1, and then padding 10 pixels. Then we'll do, we'll have a border on this one. And then border radius, let's do 5. And then we want background color. Let's do this one. Now I've already got this one picked out. There we go. So feel free to steal it. And then color, it's the same one as previously. Color. There we go. It's the same ones as these ones. Is it them ones? No, it's the ones up here. Look, these ones. And then let's see what that looks like. There we go. So we can type something in. Perfect. Let's just have a look at the button. So the form button. Padding. I have hiccups. I'm hoping you can't really hear them. Get it faster. Border. We want none. Border radius, let's do 5px again and make it a little bit uniformed. Background colour, again, I've already got this one picked out. So feel free to use them if you want to. And then colour for the text. Again, I've got it printed out. It's just the same one as above. And then I'm going to have a cursor on this one, so that when we actually hover over the button, it will show as a button. Let's check it. There we go. It's looking a little bit more like a Discord theme at the minute. So that button hangs over, we'll add some text, we'll add it. That's not really doing anything at the moment, but you know. And then let's make it even more fancier and do a hover. And let's do list style equals, actually no, list style type none. Okay. So then the to-do list, actually no, that's not what I want. I want the background colour to change. I'm getting ahead of myself. There we go. So when I hover, it changes colour. Perfect. Now let's get the to-do list. Like that. And this is where I'm going to do the list style type, and I'm going to set it to equal none. So we don't have any bullet points. And then I'm going to actually change the background colour. To-do list. It's not to-do list, it's to-do item. That. And let me just double check. Might not be doing the right thing. To-do list. Yep, right to me. So in this to-do item, we're going to have display flex, like that. We're going to have, we're going to align items to the center. Then we're also going to have a padding of 10 px. Then we're going to have a margin at the bottom. Let's do that margin as 10 px as well. And then again, I've got a colour already picked out. Background colour. And then border radius. Let's do 5 px. And then we'll do a box shadow. And I think we'll steal this box shadow and do the same. Like that. Save that. And then I don't think this is actually going to do anything on the screen because we don't have any shadow items, any list items yet, and we've not done anything to add the list items. So we'll still keep styling, but it might not actually show up anything. So what I want to do now is I actually want to create a checkbox so that we can actually say that something's been done. So dot to do item input, and I'm actually going to do it as a type, and I'm going to have that type equal check box, like that. I've done the wrong. It's that one, and it's that one, and then it's that one, and we're going to have a margin right, and this one's going to be 10 px, and then we're going to have do the cursor, and we're going to have a pointer, and then I'm going to have a label. So dot to do item, and I'm going to have a label, and this is going to be display. Actually, no, we're going to do flex 1, like that. And then we're almost there. We're going to do the dot to do item button, and it's going to be padding of 5 pixels by 10 pixels. And then we're going to have margin left also. And then we'll do border none. And then we're going to do border radius of 5 px. And then background colour, again, I've got this one picked out. And then we're going to do colour for the text. And I'm actually going to steal this one. And then cursor is going to be pointer. And then last thing, we're going to change the hover. So dot to do item button hover. And we are going to set that to have a background colour of, and again I've picked this one out like that. Okay, so that is the CSS So now we need to actually do the JavaScript that comes with it. So we set up the basic HTML, we set up the CSS, we need to add the functionality with JavaScript. So we've got this file. We are going to create some variables. So I'm going to create a const form, and I'm going to set that to equal to document.query selector, and I'm going to set that to find form. And then I'm going to do another one, const input equals document dot query selector, and that's going to be equal to input, like that. And I forgot to do my, there we go. And then I'm going to do a third one. I'm just going to copy this one. It's going to be called to do list, and the input is going to be changed to dot to do list, like that. So then we're going to add an event listener on the form. So form dot add event listener, and we're going to listen for submit. And once we hear that submit, we are going to trigger an event. Like that. Event dot event default. Close like that. Then we're going to do const. I'm going to just drop that down there like that and put that there. And then I'm going to do const item text I forgot to do my const item text equals input dot value dot trim. Just looking at my errors. I forgot to do so event needs a closing one dot prevent default. And it's not that one. Let's just do that there. And then there we go. That's much better. And then, so once we've done that, we need to do if item text equals or does not equal, then I want to add item, and I also want to input dot value to be equal to that. So then we need a function for the checkbox. That's that section. So then we do function add item text const item equals document dot create element, and we want to create a li, a list item. So we do item dot class list, and we're going to add it to the to do item class list. So it's going to do to do item, like that. And then we're going to say we're going to basically use the inner HTML function. So we're going to steal the item dot inner HTML, and we're going to set that to equal input type equals checkbox. So we're going to create the checkbox here. And then we're going to have a label. Yeah, I'm actually not going to do it on like that. Dollar, we're looking for the variable text. And then we want to close that label. And then we are going to have the button. Let's do a delete button. Like that. That. And then we are going to have the const. And we're basically going to create a variable for the button equals item dot query selector, and we are looking for the button. And then we're going to have a delete button. Basically, so we're going to add an event listener that listens for that button to be clicked. And then we're going to do item dot remove. And then we're going to do to do list dot append child, and that child is going to be item. And that's pretty much it. So let's see if we've made any mistakes. Almost. Okay. I think that is because of how I've got it laid out. Let me just fix that. That's better. Let's just test that. So let's delete that. Just add in. Okay, still having some issues. Let me try fix it. Okay, I'm not 100% sure. Let's format it. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, I didn't refresh it, did I? That's my reason. There we go. Car 3 delete. Perfect. So that's it, pretty much. So you've created yourself a to-do list using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Now, feel free to customize this however you want to. I kind of love to-do lists, but you know, not everybody does. But feel free to customize it how you want to. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So happy coding.